don't.
Hello. Welcome to Story Time with Alexa and Carlos.
We just finished Carlos' story time, and I genuinely had he didn't give me a second to think about. I don't know what we're talking about.
No, because that's what we do. Because it's 11. Okay, we'll talk about our week real quick. What do we do this week? What crazy thing? And technically, it hasn't officially happened. Like tomorrow, it officially happens. But what did we do this week?
We've been working on a boat.
Yeah.
We officially splashed today, which means
There we go.
that
Come on, give us some information.
it has been on the hard, meaning it has been lifted up
in a parking lot.
And
tell
they
about
moved
that.
it today.
We were literally living on the boat.
You guys, it was like Beverly Hillbillies.
Like it was so nice in the boat. We were like cool, you know.
Beautiful.
And then you go outside and you're in a parking lot.
And hold on, but it's not just any parking lot. You can just make it sound like, oh, we were just in this parking lot. No, we were surrounded by these 200-foot yachts.
Mega yachts.
We're in our little catamaran, and these are super yachts that belong to like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
All these crazy, amazing people. And so we felt like Beverly Hillbillies because we have our cute little boat, which is like a dinghy for these other boats, and we would leave the boat in the morning, and all these like workers in their nice polo shirts and everything, and we like are in our Maui attire.
I'm like showering on the back.
Yeah, the kids are like running out naked, and I'm like trying to put clothes on them, and we literally look like Beverly Hillbillies. And like,
it was great.
In this,
it was good.
Place,
but we're in the water
but now. We're out of there.
Out of there. We had a crazy day getting out of there. What did we learn today? We learned how to get rid of a lot of chain. Take in new chain on our windlass, which broke, and we learned how to fix it.
We learned a lot of boat stuff, which I'll be honest with you, it's kind of boring unless you can watch us. It's boring talking about it. When we're doing it,
well, we've been filming
it's fun.
Everything.
Talking about
We're going to have it all on YouTube. Hold on. Do you want to talk about this? Ready? What is this? We finally upgraded.
Baby, this is the most boring story time for me.
Okay. Sorry. Go. Keep
I'm
going.
not putting you down. These are things that you're like. Carlos loves GoPros. He loves like talking about the windlass. Do you guys know what a windlass is?
Go, baby. Here, I'm putting you right here.
But I don't know what to talk about.
Okay,
let's talk about the windlass, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. What was the hardest part of your week?
Hardest being away from the kids.
Yeah, that was tough.
We
had some
were
long days.
Working, yeah, like today was our longest day, and we were not expecting to be away from the kids all day, and we were. And
it was a 9 to 9 day. Yeah, or no, 9 to 10.
Yeah, and we never do that. Like we try not to unless we're on set working. So today that's the hardest, is being away from the kids.
You passed me your yawn.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what was the best part of your week?
Finally splashing the boat, because it was like the first time I actually got to see what the boat
looks like in the water.
Yeah, or like what it was into. Yeah, her purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and feeling her on the water is just such a different experience, because I've only ever been on the boat in the parking lot.
Yeah, in the parking lot. That's cool. Let's see.
Yeah, think of a question.
No. What is your favorite thing about me?
Favorite thing about you? That you're all in.
I'm definitely
all the time.
all in.
So like if you make a decision, whether it's following Jesus, being an awesome husband, being an awesome dad, a boat, a house, like whatever it is, you don't do anything halfway. You are all in.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
I was gonna say same to you, babe, but you're pretty you're not always all in, but like you're like when you're in, it's because you know that you're supposed to be all in. I sometimes go all in and then I'm drowning, and you or God gotta pick me out of there. But you're like, I'm gonna make sure that I know how to swim when I go in. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I go in and I'm drowning and I pull you down with me, and you're like, I did not want this. But with the boat, yeah. But like with the boat, you wanted this. Cool.
There was only one time that I was like, "This is a bad idea, Carlos."
When? During this experience?
No.
In the past.
In the past,
okay.
I was like, I can't say it.
Oh, yeah, you can say it. There was a house.
We bought a house.
There was a house we bought when we first got married, and we were supposed to buy it.
I literally told him, I was like, we are not supposed to buy this house.
And I said, we're gonna buy it. Look at the pool. Look at the pool. We have to buy this house. She's like, oh. And then I forced it. and
we learned a lot.
We learned a lot.
It's in our book.
It's in the book.
It's not out yet.
Book, but we are gonna release the cover of the book soon, which I'm excited about.
I don't know what we're allowed to talk about, so I'm just like.
It's a cover of a book. Well, we can talk about it, but the book's gonna come out next year, early next year.
Stop talking.
Kind of mid next year.
I'm pretty sure like there's like gonna be an announcement. And be like,
Yes.
guys, we wrote a book.
Oh, we wrote a book.
No, but I think that there's gonna be like a legit announcement.
Okay, sorry, we didn't write a book.
We're not supposed to lie either.
Crap. Is crap a bad word? No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't want my kids saying it.
Anyways, okay, fine. Yeah, my story time was like, you know what? Because I had a purpose with my story time.
You had a purpose with your
Yeah,
story.
you know what? Do you have a purpose? Go ahead. Speak to the world.
You know what? I listened to a really good podcast.
Go ahead.
I sent it to you. Did you listen to
the
it?
hair loss thing.
No, but that was also good too. There's a really awesome girl named Corey,
What's her last name? Corey? I don't know, but she made
Malloy.
great tacos.
She did. And
Wow.
she's had a baby, and I couldn't make tacos for
you
her. I
weren't.
should have. I was not there.
Yeah.
Okay, but not Corey's podcast. I listened to my friend Emily McCormick. She has a fantastic podcast that I will share with you guys probably on like a story or something, or I'll try to put it in under anything. And it was actually about what to do, like how God views your body. And at first I thought it was just going to be like talking about spouse and intimacy, like with your spouse, like, you know, sometimes like, I don't know, can I say this? Like marriage intimacy, that's what I'll say. And like Christianity, it's just like so far away from each other. And there's this awesome girl that she had on her podcast, Francie. I can't remember Francie's last name. Sorry, Francie. And they were talking. Sorry. And they were talking about just how like their kids are supposed to view their bodies and what to do as they get older when talking about an intimacy in marriage. And I just thought that was so interesting, because that's stuff that I think about all the time. I'm like, how are we going to teach our boys about like the beauty of intimacy?
Our boys are like, they always want to be naked. Like, do you guys have it? Like
for people,
throw a hand in the comment if you guys have kids, and
they want to be naked, but you don't want to shame them because bodies are beautiful.
But they literally lay on the
know,
couch, like spread their legs, and they're just like
they're naked.
They're
yeah.
naked with
So,
the hand. I'm like, they can't do this. This is Pops' couch.
But you don't also want
Pops,
to make them afraid of like their bodies.
Right. So it's this weird
this
balance.
podcast was super, super great because they were talking about things that you could do early on with your kids in like helping them with good body image, but then also understanding that like God made their body and that they're perfect and they were beautifully and wonderfully made. And like,
let me ask you this, because I think we've talked about this. At what point is it weird to be naked around your children? Because like as a kid, like they don't know, but then as they get older, it's kind of weird, right?
Well, I mean, I think it's so different. Like with the boys, you and the boys, like.
Right, but like I wouldn't walk around the house with my dad, just drop trowel. I'd be like, hey Pops, how you doing? Are you good?
I don't know. Like I change in front of all my sisters. Like I would totally change in front of my mom. Like.
Interesting.
Like I don't know. It's
like
just,
my brothers and I wouldn't just be like, "What's up, man?" Oh, nothing. Just hanging.
Oh my gosh,
you
no!
Know?
Well, I don't know. With my sisters, we all grew up. We were just mainly it was like all girls in the house for the longest time until the brothers came along. So I change in front of them all the time. Like I don't even think twice about it. Like I'd go skinny dipping with them. Or,
maybe it's different for girls.
I think so. I think it is different for
I
girls
don't think
than it is for guys. But like I
Can
don't
you imagine like on tour with the band, we're just like hanging out backstage, and we're like,
that's just weird.
Anyways,
this conversation took over.
No,
weird.
I'm just. Hold on. If you were in a girl group, would you change?
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's what I'm saying.
I breastfeed. Yeah, but I wouldn't like be like, hey guys, I'm sitting on the couch.
No,
I was naked.
No, not like this. This story time took a turn. No. I'm saying like if you were in like GTR, right? Like.
Oh my gosh.
A girl band.
No, we would all change in front of each other, but I don't think you would just like sit naked.
No, not sit. But I'm saying like if you were like all backstage like, changing after the show, would you just be like, what a great show, that was so awesome, and you just continue changing? I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be like, yo, Kendall, that was a great show, dude, you killed it. Like,
I think girls are different than boys.
Yes, okay,
because
what's
we would, like, 'cause, I mean, at least I would. I don't know.
Just too much.
I grew up with all sisters. I didn't get brothers until later. Anyway, the whole point.
I hope no one takes this
of
the wrong way. They're
conversation-
gonna be like, I can't believe he doesn't want to be dropped around.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I don't know.
The whole point, just stop talking, of this conversation was to just, I guess, or their conversation, I think,
Was
was
the podcast.
positive body image. And then also like what to do when they do become more self-aware and how to have those conversations. And it was just a really good podcast with a lot of good starting points on like what to do as a parent with kids.
Share it for sure.
So I can't remember the name of Emily's podcast, but she's Emily McCormick, and it's the latest podcast with Francie.
Awesome.
So yeah, check it out. It's really,
share
really
that
good.
for sure. Cool. Any final thoughts? That was great.
I think
that was a
we
great
got
convo.
a lot of. We had
Random.
met too many thoughts. We had way too many thoughts in that video. All right, guys. Much love.
We won't.
It's 5 minutes until midnight, so I'm gonna just get this out
Oh, yeah, 'cause
before
our
it's
kids are gonna be
tomorrow.
up. Okay.
And we're gonna end on this
Much love.
note. God bless. As always, I'm turning this off.